Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever in the world you might be watching. In a previous upload, I showed you how to create a single checkbox. But in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to create multiple checkboxes, obviously to save time. Now, the goal is to finish up with this particular set of tasks that we should perform when, for example, we're purchasing an airline ticket online. There are various things that we need to do, and as we complete each task, we can put a tick in the box to the right. I've also included a small drop-down list here so that you can choose which particular credit card you have used. If you used Amex, simply click on Amex, etc. Now, we'll look at the procedure, and just before we do, here are some other suggested checklists that you can use. For personal, you might be renting a property and you want to check off various items that will be available in the rented property. You can create a to-do list and tasks and tick them off as they're completed, using a recipe, the various steps that you need to take. And for example, buying hardware, where you might want to tick off the amount of RAM, the hard drive size that you require, etc. In business, here are 3 suggestions that you could use. So let's see how it works. In the procedure, I have a copy of the checklist for travel again, and what I'm going to do is first of all to put this particular checklist in there that we'll see we paid by Amex. Now, the first checkbox will go here in cell G5. So what we need to do is go to the Developer tab, click the Insert button, and simply click a checkbox. Then you can draw the checkbox in the particular cell that you're concerned with, and you can also edit the text. And the way we do that is to right-click and edit text, and you'll just need to move the insertion point to the end, and then you can press the backspace key to remove the text. Press enter, and there is your checkbox. Now, what all we need to do is to use the autofill button down here in the bottom right hand corner. Now, there's a little bit of a trick here, because you'll notice that when I'm in the cell, I only see the hand, which enables me to put the tick in the tick box. So we don't want that. So what I have to do so that I can see the cell itself with the autofill button is to widen the column a little bit, say out to there, which gives me plenty of room. And you'll see then that the cursor, the insertion point cursor, appears to the right. Now I'm going to click there, and now I see the autofill button, and all I need to do is to drag down, and there are my checkboxes. So that has saved quite a lot of time. Now what we're going to do is to see that I don't particularly want a checkbox next to the packing heading. So I can right click on that checkbox, delete key, right click and cut. So there we go. Similarly, for the other tick boxes, we'll say that we've already purchased our airline ticket, so we're going to remove the column width back to where it was. Now, I purchased the airline ticket, I put a tick in there. I paid with a card, tick. Have I received the email yet? Well, we'll say no. Sometimes they can take up to an hour or so to come through. I haven't printed out the ticket, of course, because I haven't received it. The packing, I'm halfway through that, so I'll say that I have packed my clothes. I've put the camera in, but I haven't put my toiletries in yet, so I'll leave that blank. So as you can see, it's really quite simple. There's nothing too difficult about it. There are just those 1 or 2 little situations to take care of, like the widening of the column so that you can see the insertion cursor, there. If you move past a certain point, you can't see it. That's why we have to widen the column. So we'll put the column back where it was, roughly, and there we go. So thank you so much for watching. One final point, I suggest that you make your list of actions first and then create the checkboxes. Then you're certain that you will not leave anything out. Nothing worse than getting to the airport and you realise you haven't printed out the ticket because there was no ticket there to say that you had done that. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.